and you talk to them, sometimes yelling and cursing, and which lets you know that's a lack of emotional intelligence. Whoever knew what the heck that meant, Lord, I was so lost. Jesus. Oh, I remember my high school sweetheart, before he broke up with me. Yeah, he broke up with me. He said I was too nice. You don't say. He said I was too nice, y'all. Like, who would have thunk it? I was too nice. He's like, you don't communicate well. And I didn't understand what he meant. He was like, I need you to communicate with me, argue something. And I felt that I did, but I knew what he meant. I didn't know how to really talk to men. I felt intimidated. Now, people who I grew up in my community with, I could talk to the guys in the neighborhood. That was easy. But people that I didn't know, I was really shy. And I didn't know that what I had to say really was of value. So a lot of times I was quiet. I didn't know what to say when being disrespected. Or when something just didn't feel right. And so I let a lot of things slide, and that was my fault that I stayed too long in the relationship, because when something just don't feel right. Really when you should actually leave, even if you're saying, hey, I just wanted to see if that person would change. You can still feel, this ain't right, man. Why is it that I keep pouring into this relationship and I'm not getting filled back up? My cup is empty. I'm thinking about you all day long. Like, have you ever experienced that, where you're in this relationship, you eat, sleep, drink this person. All you can think about is, from the time that you wake up, what this person doing, why they ain't doing, who they with, what's in their phone, why it seems like they're not compassionate towards me. I do everything that they ask me to. I feel like I go over and beyond the expectations of a good woman. Why can't they see my value? You can't even see your value. Why would they see it? It's not meant for them to see it. You should know, and you act upon it. Meaning, a person only would treat you the way that you allow. I know that truly. I can say it with truth, with conviction, because your girl been through it. You hear me? And now I know what that means. Like, I really had to put it to test, and I said, oh, so this is what this means. And when someone has disrespected you for, let's say, for over 14 years, let's say for over 22 years, yeah, I mean, that's like, when they put this happened in real life, true life, like 22 years. Whew. Yeah, it took me that long to kind of realize, baby, this ain't gonna work. It took me to 16 years. Was it 14? It was 14 years actually for me to say, you know what, I'm done with it, go through the process. At 16 years, I filed my divorce. I was done. Took a whole break of 2.5 years, of 2 years and 7 months of not speaking to that person, and then reconnected with the person, and just, not in a way that I thought immediately like in a relationship, but just kind of figuring like, hey, is this supposed to be? Because maybe it is. Maybe that's why they came back into my life. And I'm thinking they reappeared into my life because this is what God wanted. Child. Now you know darn well this is not what God wanted. God had not showed me so many times, this is not who I want for you. Both of y'all are my child. Y'all my children. But this is not the child that I need you to be connected with. He ain't it, boo. And I was like, I don't understand why. I just love him. Oh, I love him. And my little feelings was hurt last year when I was just like, oh, you mean to tell me I went through all of that because it was just me? So I'm the problem? Like, yeah, pretty much. Yep, you the problem. You was hard-headed. You didn't want to listen. You didn't want to stay away, truly, like in my heart of hearts. And I didn't know what ego was. Ego, I think they say that it's for you to make the story true. Whatever your conviction is about a certain situation, that's something that you want to come to light. So for me, I wanted, from before we even got together, a whole year before we were even together, I was infatuated with this person. And yeah, I was infatuated. That was already a red flag. And my therapist, I went to therapy, child. My therapist told me that this, and it's like, oh, I don't know what you call them with things. Start with a C. But the little guy that's supposed to fly, like Valentine's Day coming up. Is it Cherubab or Cherub? My apologies, I'm butchering the name. But he got the little heart, and like he, oh, you waiting on a car? Child, I'm in this parking lot, y'all, of Costco. And he's supposed to like shoot you in the heart, so you just fall instantly in love with the person. Oh, that's a red flag. I was told there's something within that individual that is speaking to your trauma. I ain't no therapist now. I'm hearing this from my psychotherapist, okay? And I didn't go inside of a mental ward, but I need a psychotherapist. They're therapists, and they're also able to prescribe you medicine, which I never took, because on both sides of my family we are addicted to narcotics and have addictive personalities on both sides. So your girl wasn't trying to even play with it, but I felt like they were more experienced, so that was always my request when dealing with my mind, right? And so my therapist, bless her heart, she was like, Sharina, she said, that was a red flag. I wish I was counseling you at that time. But because I was so infatuated with this individual a whole year prior to me getting in a relationship with them, I just thought that it was meant to be. So I just want to let you know that if you're in a similar situation, you need to let that relationship go. There's no other scenario. But let me see what happens when, so I'm going to see what happens when I cook his food, what time he come home, and if he going to come home at enough time that's going to be close to the time that's going to be where his food is hot. And if he don't come home by that certain time, then that means that he was with somebody. You see how stupid that sounds? You see how crazy that sounds? Whew, your girl used to be, ooh. Well, you know what? When he walks in the house, I'm going to see if he says hello. I'm going to see if he gives me a hug. I'm going to see. And all of these I'm going to see scenarios is just basically the answer. Like, that is the answer.